What's good? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. Today I want to make a video based on a question I got the other day on how to express yourself fully and attract a woman naturally and organically. All right, so how to express yourself fully? Well, if you know my story, I had a very hard time growing up expressing myself. My communication was very inhibited. I was very shy, quiet, reserved. I had a few friends that I was able to express myself with, but majority of people, I had a hard time expressing myself and speaking my truth the way that I can now. So it's night and day actually. So the question is, okay, Trey, so how did you go from being quiet, reserved, inhibited in your communication to being able to now speak freely, express yourself to men and women and attract women because of your self-expression? Well, there's a couple of things that happen. Well, it starts with this. First of all, you got to make a decision that you want to be able to express yourself fully and that you're willing to do what is necessary to get to that point, which means you're going to have to work on yourself. You're going to have to start with the goal of, I want to be able to express myself. Let's set this as the goal. I want to be able to express myself fully and attract a woman naturally. Like, that literally could be your goal. So you would set that as a goal, put it in your own words, and then you ask yourself, what are some actions I can take to move forward towards that goal? A lot of times, I believe most of us, we already know what we need to do. We're just not doing it. So sit down and ask yourself, what do I need to do here? Now, what's going to happen is, I'm pretty sure those actions, let's say you write all the actions that you know would help you to be able to express yourself fully and attract a woman naturally. There's probably going to be some action steps there that you're afraid or resisting, right? You're afraid to take the action, you're resisting it. For example, we know that if we want to express ourselves fully, we need to go out and express ourselves, like literally go out and talk to people. But if you haven't been doing that, you probably have a fear of, oh, what if I go out and I say the wrong thing? What if I go there and get rejected? What if I go out and, I approach someone, I get rejected, I feel like I'm not good enough? Or what if, you're going to have these what if. But what needs to happen is your courage and your faith needs to become greater than your fear. That means you need to know what your goal is and believe that if you take the right actions, you will achieve your goal. You have to have faith. You have to be able to see something before you can actually see it. That's what I had to do. I had to believe that there was a much greater version of myself that could express myself, that could attract women naturally, that could live the life of my dreams. I had to believe that before I could see it in the physical world. That means you need to visualize it. Visualize it, see it metaphysically, okay? What is it that the condition you want to create, the life you want to live, the results you want to have? See it in your mind, and then start creating it in your physical reality. You have the power. Your intention plus putting your energy in a certain direction is what creates your reality, okay? You setting an intention and then putting energy in that direction, and you don't know when it's gonna happen. The physical world, there is a time delay. It takes time to manifest things, okay? It took me years to become this version of myself, okay? But I became this version of myself, so to me, it doesn't even matter how long it took. It's just the fact, once you get the goal, it doesn't matter how, it's kind of like, if you play basketball, you could miss a bunch of shots, but if you make the game winner, who gives a shit how many shots you missed? You made the game winner, you won the game, who gives a shit, So it's the same thing, you're going to go out and express yourself. Yeah, you're going to get rejected. Some people are going to think you're weird, some people are going to think you're awkward, but you're going to keep improving every day. You're going to learn how to calibrate your communication. You're going to learn how to little nuances and become more socially intelligent. You're going to stop giving a fuck, right? We give too much fucks about people's opinion. You're going to stop caring. And what's going to happen? Your true free expression is going to finally come out. Every day, little by little, if you pay attention, you'll see it's coming out little by little. But over time, you will get to that point where you can completely express yourself. Okay? But we have to overcome these fears. And what's going to happen? I'm going to be real with you. Things are going to start coming to the surface. Insecurities. When you go out and start being proactive and working on your communication and expressing yourself more, going to events, maybe going to parties, doing things that's going to get you outside your comfort zone, you're going to be faced with your insecurities. You're going to be faced with past trauma is going to come to the surface. But you need to handle these things. You can't run away from them. There's a saying, you can run but you can't hide. These things are going to haunt you. If you don't face your past trauma, if you don't face your insecurities, if you don't face your fears, they're just gonna haunt you your whole life. And it's not gonna go anywhere. You try to hide all your life. That's why people end up doing drugs and doing these things to run away from their problems. And then, but that's not gonna fix it. It was put in a Band-Aid, putting a Band-Aid on a skin disease, right? You put the Band-Aid, but the skin disease is gonna keep getting worse. Eventually, you're gonna have a Band-Aid all over your arm, and it's not gonna do anything. The skin disease is still gonna be there. So what you want to do is you want to get to the core, which is you need to face these past traumas that you had. You need to forgive those who've done you wrong in the past. You need to get to a place where you love yourself and you start spreading love, right? You need to stop, judging people and thinking that people are evil or women are bad, and just get rid of all these negative outlooks on things, because I promise you these things are holding you back. Stop getting triggered so easily. If somebody makes fun of you or tries to say some insult to you, don't let that affect you. You can't control what people are going to do, but you can control how you respond, right? If somebody makes fun of me, I should be able to take that joke and just keep it moving. It shouldn't ruin my whole day. If a woman says no to me, that shouldn't ruin my whole day, right? I should be able to move forward. I should be able to go to the next woman with a smile on my face, right? So many times, I know from personal experience, you can get rejected by a girl, and then the next girl be all over you. Like literally, this girl is like, oh, get out my face, da da da. And the next girl's like, hey, how are you? This and that. Oh yeah, I'd love to hang out with you, blah, 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 right? Literally what if I would have let that rejection bring me down? I would have never met that girl. I would have packed my bags and went home because the rejection brought me down. You see, you don't want to be at the effect of people. You want to be at cause. You want to be like a rock. You want to be like the sun. The sun is going to shine every day, no matter what. No matter who curses at the sun, they could say, oh, fuck the sun. You could say whatever you want to the sun. The sun is going to come up every morning, no matter what. We as men, we got to be like that. That's what it means to be grounded in your masculinity. It means you do what you're going to do and nobody can stop you. End of story. That doesn't mean you're perfect, right? Some things are going to hurt, right? And that it is what it is, but you let it hurt and become desensitized to it. I allow things to trigger me and hurt me, and then I learn how to grow greater than it. When they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, I like when people say things and it affects me, because then I see, oh, why? What is? I have an insecurity there. Why is that person could say something to me and it bring me down? You see? So, before I make this video too long, the key thing here is to go out, set the goal. I want to be able to express myself fully and attract women naturally. Start taking the actions towards it. Understand, if necessary, take baby steps too. If the actions are too big for you and they bring up too much resistance, too much fear, see how you can break it up into smaller actions. Like for me, I wanted to go and meet women. Instead of, when I just started, I tried to go out and meet women, but it was too much fear, too much anxiety approaching a woman I find attractive. So as I say, I started by talking to old ladies. So if you need to do something similar, I'm just giving you that example, but whatever, work your way up. Okay, if something is too intense, it has too much tension or too much fear, brings up too much anxiety, figure out how you can do something with less tension, less anxiety, and build your way up. They call it exposure therapy. Somebody afraid of spiders, first you talk about spiders to them, get them comfortable with that. Then you show them a picture of a spider. Then you show them a toy of a spider. And then eventually you show them the spider, and then they're able to handle it over time. But you gradually build it up. You don't just jump and just put the spider on them. You make the trauma even worse. Okay? So you do that. You keep improving every day. And you stay consistent. One thing about me, when I set a goal, I stick with that goal until the goal is achieved. If anything, I will make the goal greater. What people do is they reduce the goal. They set a goal and then they think it's unrealistic, so they make it smaller and settle for something they don't want. Don't do that. If anything, if you set a goal and you're not hitting it, make it even bigger. So now you're like, oh, whoa, that's a big goal, right? But get excited, have fun with it. Don't take it so seriously. Like it's about the man you become going towards a goal. I'm telling you. This is like a little secret, or some wisdom for you. The goal is great. Trust me, the goal is great, but you will find it's about the journey towards the man that you become, as you go towards that goal. And then when you get the goal is just like the icing on the cake. But really it was the experience. If you want to attract a beautiful woman, you're going to meet some different women or have some different experiences along that way and enjoy that. You're gonna grow, you're gonna overcome past trauma, you're gonna cry, tears of joy, things are gonna happen, and enjoy the experience of life as you go towards that goal. All right, so I hope this was helpful. I hope it makes sense. If you need further specific advice or help, feel free to private message me. I'm open to answering quick little questions. And of course, I do one-on-one coaching. If you like to work together long-term for real transformation, I have opportunities for that. I'm also doing live in-person coaching. If you want to come to Orlando, Florida, or you want me to fly over to where you are, that's possible as well. But I'm about you getting real results, not just making these videos for you to get a little boost and that's it. Let's get some real results. If these videos help you and you're able to do it on your own, great. But if you need support, if you'd like to work together, private message me and we'll make it happen. See you in the next videos. Peace.